Alright y'all, I want to share a little project with y'all. And since this project's going to involve a rifle, that's the first thing you always check when you look at a gun. When you handle a gun, anything, check to see whether or not it's loaded. So what I want to do is something that I've been wanting to do for quite a while. I want to make a cell phone adapter for my rifle scope so I can make videos looking through the scope while I'm shooting. Of course, anytime I want to make a project, I'm not sure quite how to do it, I'll usually go to YouTube and look at it for ideas and inspiration. So what we're going to do, I went to the hardware store this morning and I bought a rubber pipe coupling. This is 1.25 by 1.25 inch. It came with 2 clamps on it. It was quite expensive, I thought. It was $5.99 for that assembly right there. That's going to fit on the scope like that, and I've already checked it out. It will tighten down just fine and fit snugly on the scope. And then into that, I'm going to put this pipe plug. It's a 1-inch pipe cap, but the outside of it fits perfectly in there. That's going to go in there like that, and of course we're going to have a hole drilled in it. And then I got to come up with a way to mount my phone to it. It's going to be mounted just like that, so that the camera lens will be centered up on the scope. These otter boxes, they always come with belt clips, and I always break mine within the first week or so. And I threw it away. I wish I'd kept it, because right now this would be the perfect application for it. I could screw the belt clip part directly to that pipe cap, and I'd be good to go. But since I no longer have that belt clip, I got a piece of vinyl right here. I'm going to shape it to my phone, or shape it to my otter box, which my phone's going to be fitted in, and use that to mount it to the pipe. So let's get going on that. Here's what I got. I laid my phone down and faced around it. I left 4 tabs on the sides so we can heat those up and bend them over. And I also tried to make sure that the tabs weren't going to interfere with my power and my volume buttons on the phone. So let's get that heated up so we can get it shaped. Alright, that looks like that should hold the phone pretty securely. I think I'm going to try to make a flap on this side where I'll slide the phone in sideways. I don't know, I want it to be pretty secure. I know I won't have a problem shooting it with a rimfire, or using it while I'm shooting a rimfire, but I want to try it out with my deer rifle as well. So I'm going to leave these tabs pretty long here and maybe cut this one a little bit shorter so it'll give me enough room to slide the phone in and out. And I think that's what I'm going to go with. Alright, here's what we got. Phone slides in there pretty securely. That should work. Now I got to drill a hole in the in this cover that I just made, and drill a hole in the pipe plug. I need to get it centered up perfectly for the lens. Here's what I got. I drilled a 3/8 hole in the center of that plug, and I drilled some smaller holes for the screws. I ended up making another plate kind of just used as a spacer. Even though this is the back side of that plug's close to 1/4 inch thick, I didn't want to worry about running out of thread on my screws, so I put a spacer in there to help out with that. on the cover. You can tell I had my hole off a little bit, so I had to rearrange my hole, but I got everything lined up so that the lens on my phone is perfectly centered with that hole in the pipe plug. So let's get this together and see how that works. I'm not going to bottom that one out yet. I want to go ahead and get the other screw started so all my holes be lined up. That looks a little better. Another thing I forgot to mention, I countersunk these holes down here, so hopefully the screw heads will fit down flush enough that they won't interfere with my phone. Of course, I got to take you off here to see if you're going to fit in. One bad thing about not having another camera. There's the view looking through the pipe plug with the phone in the mount. I haven't tightened this down yet, but oh man, that looks like it's going to work pretty good. I'm excited. Let me get everything tightened up and we'll try it again. Alright, I got it mounted on the scope. I can zoom in. I know I need to get it at a further distance so I can tell whether or not it's going to be focused. But looks like it ought to work out pretty good. Might be a little bit harder to shoot something with the camera mounted on here, but it's pretty cool. Here's how it looks mounted on the scope. I'm gonna go get some ammunition and we'll give this thing a go. This is the first box of 22 Magnum ammunition I've had, or the first new box in probably 2 years. I never have shot the Winchester 45 grain Dynapoint before. This gun really likes the CCI 40 grain. These bullets look pretty crude. Well, no, we're not going to focus. See, ended up bullet, how crude that looks. I hope it flies straight. But well, let's get this thing set up and see how we do. All right, I got the scope on 6 power, and that's without my phone zoomed in. If I zoom in on it, it works a lot better. Load it up. See how it works. Huh. Maybe my gun doesn't like this ammunition. I got it that time. Pretty cool. Oh, the focus ain't worth a flip. You know what? Well, it's probably the sunlight reflecting off the end of my gun barrel. Let's crank the scope on the rifle up to 12. And, man, that's really hard to see now, huh? Well, the image quality certainly ain't the best. I know the image quality really stinks. I think it's because of sunlight shining in the front of my scope. Let's see if we can get that cup.
Oh.
You know what? I think we hit low. I see a big dent in that piece of metal I got down there. Tell you what, I'm gonna be quiet, Jeremiah. I'm gonna see if I can't put it on that dent, so where the bullet hits. Y'all see that dent right there? I don't know where we're hitting. All right, I'm gonna let my 10-year-old son have a go at it. Go ahead and bolt it. Another bullet in it. Pick it up. All right, push it forward. That's it. Push it forward.
Just squeeze the trigger. Wow.
Line it up and shoot.
Then pick it up. It needs to be turned a little.
You don't even have to get down there on the gun. Just line it up and squeeze the trigger.
Just bam.
Line it up and squeeze the trigger. That's all you gotta do.
Just
put it in the middle.
So I can just fire?
Yeah. Missed. That was missed. Oh, man. That's weird how it's slow moving around. Huh. You know what? That can don't have any water in it.
Throw it like
Well, it might be going through it, but I don't know. I don't think my gun likes this ammunition at all.
whoa, steam!
Well, I appreciate y'all watching. I'm not going to waste any more of my 22 Magnum ammunition, even though it doesn't seem to be shooting very well. I'll get my 22 out another time and have a little more fun with it. Thanks for coming along. Well, I retrieved a can and we both hit it. Thing about shooting Coke cans without any water in them, that bullets just fly right through without knocking the can over.